What is up, guys? I have not picked up this camera in a hot minute, probably like 2 months or so, something like that. But I've been real busy. I have been out of state for a little bit over a month, working, making that fat check so I could put into my cars. And I didn't record anything over TX2K because I didn't go to enough meets and I didn't think I'd get enough footage like I did last year. And my editing skills aren't that good, so I didn't think I'd make anything worth doing. But right behind me I have my Subaru, and y'all may not recognize this because I got this done over TX2K. It is April 2nd today, and TX2K was March 14th. So during TX2K, I went to Al's Muffler Shop, which is in Pasadena, Texas, and I got a full exhaust made. They made it straight from the exhaust right there. You see they used the old one on both sides and added it on, and they put 2 pipes up to 1, and they used a Y to go into the turbo, and I set an open hood dump, and as you can see, I'm getting black shit all over it, and it's kind of funny, but I love it, and it sounds so nice and it feels so much more powerful. But I love the no hood look, but I think it's about time for me to put a hood back on. So today, that is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to cut a fat hole in my hood, and what I plan on doing is, if you see here, the hood will lie. Let me see if I can get a good view. Right about there is where the hood's gonna be. So that's about how much is gonna be sticking out. And so I've already done all the measurements and everything, and what I plan on doing is just cutting a fat, like, square out of my hood. And then since my hood is wrapped, what I can do is use like a sheet of fiberglass or something and then cut it to where it fits perfectly over everything, to where I can open and close the hood and it looks like perfect. And then I'll just wrap that piece of fiberglass and like rivet it onto my hood and everything. But over here, what I've been doing is taking measurements. I don't know how well you can see all this. I've been trying to just barely draw it out. Like, that's my wastegate, that's the inlet of my turbo. I measured both and then I just kind of drew it. And then my exhaust is kind of there, and then it exits right there and it goes down. So luckily I will be able to keep this vent, but I'm gonna have to cut part of my hood scoop off. But what I plan on doing is just like cutting like there. I don't know, I'm probably gonna have to cut more because I don't think my exhaust is gonna perfectly fit out when I open and close the hood, but I'll add that later. But I'm pretty much, I guess I'm just gonna cut like a big square out right here of everything. So all I did was I took a bunch of measurements. I measured, I found the top point on the car and I measured down. You can see my marks, and then I just measured out to every point that I saw and just got as many points measured as possible, and then I drew to each point to get it perfect. And you can see like my intercooler piping starts there and it ends there, and so it'll be something like that. So I guess it's time for me to go ahead and start cutting and making this hood fit on perfectly. Alright, well, the bearing on my angle grinder went out, and so it could not make a cut, and then I tried to do it with the reciprocating saw and it got stuck, and for some reason the shitty ass Makita reciprocating saw cannot hold the blade. I've had this issue since I've got it. The blade just does not want to stay in, and as soon as it cut through, the blade came out. It actually bent this little edge piece. I was able to bend it back, but I cannot get it to stay in and cut anymore. So I'm gonna have to take an unexpected trip down to Harbor Freight to try to warranty out my angle grinder. If not, just buy another one. They're only like 20 bucks or something like that. So something that was supposed to be easy as fuck to cut this out is now taking a long time. So I'm gonna go up to Harbor Freight real quick. I'll do a little warm start for y'all. There we go. And yes, this is my Yeti I bought just to cover up the exhaust whenever I am not driving it or whenever it's raining. So I'll do a couple little driving shots of it from inside the cabin. But other than that, time to make the fucking 30-minute drive to gosh darn Harbor Freight. tell you, anytime you go to Harbor Freight, please get the warranty, because luckily I got the warranty, so I got that for free, and I bought another 2-year warranty, and with the discount it was like $5, even though it's only $20 or $18.99 or whatever for the angle grinder. Please get the warranty on stuff that is especially cheap, that you know, because I had a jack go bad and I had to spend more money to buy another jack. I got it on my welder, on my impact, and on my angle grinder that I all got, so please get the warranty as noted from me. So if y'all remember the amount of play the other one had, you can see this is me pushing up and forth on it, and it is not moving at all. Because what was happening was I was trying to cut and it was going like that, the blade was, so I could not get a clean cut. So take 2 of trying to do this. So you can see I have my little turbo picture cut out, the intercooler piping, the intake, wastegate, the exhaust part and everything. And you see this is all the damage that it took, and I might have to go in a little bit because if you see I didn't cut it perfectly. I messed up a few times, and a trash can is not an ideal place for this because that happens. So I'm gonna go try to test fit this and just kind of see where I line up at. So I just kind of set it back up. It's not perfectly where it needs to be because it cannot. I need to pull it up a little bit over there, but as you can see here, I'm gonna have to cut a little bit more there and a little bit more out there, but ooh, that's also in. But other than that, everything else came pretty close. And then, like I said before, ooh, I just fucking cut my, but it was already broken right there anyway, so it don't really matter. I'm just gonna make a little bit extra boost than I want, but so I'm just gonna mark there, and maybe do a little bit more over there, and then I'm gonna grind the edges down and make it not as sharp, and then I'll like cut a perfect piece out of fiberglass or whatever, and then I'll just set it over the top, and hopefully the hood will be able to open and close freely. So here it is set on. You can see that little extra allowed that, and I'm gonna have to cut a little bit more there. I don't have it bolted on, so you see it does pass there, but I slid it on from the top, so it's not gonna, you know, the hood's not gonna open and shut without it getting in the way. But you can see I got the little hood stay things in the way, so this is pretty much how it's going to look. You can see the intake is barely, like maybe a quarter of the way above. I might just cut that out or figure out a way to make that look cooler, because I actually want that to be like functional, and I think it'd be cool to have the vent here, so I might like just cut out the edge of that, and I'm probably gonna come out right there with that. That is a little close, but other than that, I think I'll be able to open the hood. Yeah, you can see whenever I try to lift up on it, it hits there. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark those, do the last few things, and then grind it, and yeah. Alrighty, I think this may be the final fitment. So you can see it, everything fits pretty well. I'm trying to decide what I want to do along this area. If I want to like cut this vent right here and just kind of have that open or something. I'm scared about water, but then again, I've been running it open hood with water and everything. And then I cut the hood scoop. Let's hope this wasn't that valuable. I have another one actually, but it's in worse condition. I just gotta set this on. You can see, there we go. You can see it misses that. I might trim that up a little bit, but other than that, look at this hood right there. So I went ahead and bolted the hood on, so it is fully on and everything. I closed the hood pins and everything. I just need to bolt these two things back on, and I'm gonna have to cut a little bit. If you see this under part, that barely nicked it. You can see it just cut it a little bit, so I need to lift the hood back up and do that. And it still does hit this, so I might just have to bend that little thing in a little bit and just kind of have it a little bit more out of the way. So here's the underside of the hood. That looks like shit. I'm thinking about doing like some mural or just painting that to look like something, but here it is. Whenever I bring it down, oh, I also need to trim that little piece like I was talking about right there, and that would be this, so I need to trim this back a little bit more. But other than that, everything's all bolted up, and when it goes down, you see what I'm talking about. It touches right there, but not that bad, and it goes down, and we are Gucci. So like I said, all I need to do now is make the template, and yeah, I wonder if I could like cover that part. No, probably not. I'll see. I don't know. I might like indent it, like raise it, do something kind of cool. Like, I don't know. I have to think about it. What was that? What was that?
I slipped.
Uh-huh. So there it is, the hood scoop cut and everything. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I didn't feel like making a cover, so I'll probably do that sometime later on, but for now, I'm just gonna run it like this because I don't really see any issues with it. It just doesn't look as nice as it could. And then I also made an impulse decision. I went out and bought this Harbor Freight rolling tool cart. I've been checking this thing out for a while, and I was tired of my family stealing my tools and then using them and not putting them back. So I made sure this one has a lock so I can lock it, and it is currently locked right now. So I don't have to worry about that because I got both these for free, and I got that one for free too, but I'm still gonna use that one. But anyways, I thought I'd just add that into the video a little bit. But other than that, like I said, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, watch my other videos, and add my socials. Here's my personal, and then here's my page, like the Steezy Garage Instagram. So go follow those, go like my photos, hit me up, yada yada. Peace.